Very good afternoon to you and welcome to day 2 of the Poison and Predator Saigon Women's 9-Ball Open. We are live from the Stadium 7 Sports Centre here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Our first match is between Sept from Korea and Vietnam's Nguyen Bích Trem. Best of 3 sets, races to 4, 9-ball is racked on the spot with the hand rack, winner breaks, 30-second shot clock, and 1 extension each per rack. The referee for this one is Anna. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots with astonishing accuracy is the one and only Eric Hallofsson. Hello, Eric.
Hopefully. Good to be with you guys again. Soa coming in as the favorite here. Nguyen's had some decent results internationally. She has a top 8 finish in a WPBA event. Top 32 in the Women's World 8-Ball Championships. So definitely a player that can win some rounds. See how she gets along today.
I'm glad to see somebody's been doing their homework. Good boy, Eric Hallofsson. You get a gold star.
I'm sure you did too, but I beat you to it.
Go to the top of the class. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Thank you to my friend Charlie Gardner in Vietnam, who was actually on the back of a Grab motorcycle when I messaged him and asked him how to say this young lady's name properly. And he sent me back a nice voice message. I heard a lot of motorbikes, but I also heard Nguyen Bích Trem. And that's apparently how you say it. And this young lady told me right to my face how you pronounce her name. Sept from South Korea, of course. Very talented young lady. We've been seeing a lot of her. She did very, very well in the doubles as well, Eric. So here we go. Rack number 1. Nguyen Bích Trem winning the leg. And going to break off in this first rack. Race to 4.
Corner ball just missing. 1 ball just missing. That's a proper break there. Just didn't quite get the result. Watch the 8 ball here on the replay. Just missed the corner pocket.
And Sarah going from strength to strength just recently, last couple of years. She's been playing some really great stuff. Played the doubles with Robbie Capito. Nicely judged through the gap, Eric.
Yeah, might have the thinnest right edge. Cue ball's kind of running into the 8 in that case.
Can I say something crazy here?
Sure.
Watch the 9-ball off the 3-ball into the bottom right-hand corner as we look.
Yeah, or even the side.
Hit it that hard, but yeah, you watch this. Let's just see what speed she hits it with. Not very hard. Oh, she can actually get through to the one. I thought she was going to be kicking.
Yeah, the part of the ball that she could get through to was always the cue ball was always gonna hit the 8 off the short rail, but tough spot there. Nguyen really has to assert herself whenever you're coming in as a bit of an underdog. Things can roll over quickly. Conversely, if you get the favorite in a bad spot, can kind of catch them off guard too.
Well, it'd be nice if this does pass the 7, Eric. I'm not sure it does. You have to play it to the side if not. Yeah, it does pass the 7.
Yeah. Looks barely straight enough to hold here. If not, just go to the short rail and out. Kind of always see the same game from Soa. Just really consistent player. Not much emotion. Really does a good job when the balls are open.
Has a great temperament. Very, very focused. Never gets angry at herself. added pressure on the local young lady, of course. If you're a Constantino fan, over on table 1, Constantino up against Shasha Liu. What a game that is. I was hoping I was going to get that game, Eric, but this one is not a bad replacement, is it? I think this is going to be a great match as well.
Yeah, always nice to see a slight underdog possibly pull up a upset. Nguyen's capable. Can tell by her results in the past 3 years.
Yeah, she's
Trying to
actually
find
played
that
in
extra. Go ahead. Yeah.
She's actually played in some WPBA events as well. She played in the 2024 Soaring Eagle Masters, ranking of 31 in the WPBA. So not bad. Not a bad start for Sarah either. Good safety on the one ball, Eric.
Yeah, nicely controlled on the speed. Haven't seen any of the women in the matches I've done so far really produce a consistent break. I still believe the best break with a 9 on the spot, and these racking rules just to cut the cue ball over to the same rail on the same side you're breaking from. Just like that, really. Could argue that one was maybe just a slightly thick, but I like how she hit that first break. I did watch Seoa play one match. She was kind of floating around between cutting it and hitting them square.
Well, Christina to catch. Also in action, plenty of games started at the same time. She's taken the first rack against Nung Kyu. Keep you up to date with the latest scores, guys, as they come in, and they are all available, of course, on ProBilliardSeries.com. And if you haven't so far liked and subscribed to this channel that you're watching on, Pro Billiard Series TV, every game is available on here, and it's all for free, guys. So the minimum we ask, the only payment we ask, is a like and subscribe. That would be very, very nice of you if you could do that. Let all your friends know. Lots and lots of free pool to come from now until the 28th.
Nice shot there.
So,
Cue ball controlled nicely.
Yeah,
A little unlucky on the exact angle she's created.
First real look at her. So, Eric, we'll see what she's got. Let's have a look.
Good shot. Had to create good quality topspin there. In decent line now. A lot of the Vietnamese players are just a year or two away from being real threats internationally. Just need to get a little more experience, a little more coaching, a little more refinement. But they're knocking right on the doorstep. And look for one or two of them to break out pretty soon. We already have Kwok Hong kind of leading the way.
Yeah, Duck Tien as well, another good player from there. And Darren Appleton has been over there for some time now. He's there helping Box Billiards with setting up training camps, boot camps, that kind of thing. Or finished a little bit short on this one.
Yeah,
so,
I think
as you say, Eric,
stay on the same side there. But go ahead, yeah.
Big things, as you say, coming out of Vietnam very soon, I would think, over the next year or so.
I mean, there's no way around it. Even if you are a strong player and know all the shots and can compete well at a local level, it takes experience to really kind of translate that into international play. It's a different form of pressure, playing on brand new equipment, lots of factors. Slightly overcut there. Yeah, I'm not sure if she was trying to hold on the same side of the table, going from the 5 to the 6. Just got on the 50-yard line.
Played that nicely. Played that very, very nicely. Not always easy to judge the pace of the cue ball when the object ball is so deep into the pocket like it was. Perfectly on this, just to hold the cue ball for the 8 into the side. It's a good start. Very promising start for the South Korean.
Yeah, the more I watch her play, the more I like her game. She's very solid in her setup. Delivers the cue consistently. Great
Beautiful
player.
stun run through. That's when you know you're cueing well, Eric. That stun run through, played to perfection. 2 racks, no mistakes yet. If she can sort the breakout, Big Tram could be in a little bit of trouble. Now, I called the referee Anna earlier on, but it's not Anna, I've just been told. It's Lynn. So sorry about that, Lynn. Lynn is our referee there. Racking the balls. Now, Han Yu is in action as well against fellow country lady Zhang Muan. They're all level at 1-1. Now, Zhao Fang Fu up against Chia Chia Chao. Now, that is the younger sister of Chao Che Yu. And she's taken a 2-0 lead over Zhao Fang Fu.
Yeah, Fu's been competing lately. Been getting stronger with each outing. Made it to the semifinals of the China Open. Is that correct, Mark?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Pia Filler in action as well against Yen Vi Duong. They're 1-1. Rublin Army is also level at 1-1 with Yuki Hiraguchi. And Shasha Liu has taken 2-0 lead over Cesca Centino. That is available on table number 1, guys. Well, said you had to sort the breakout, Eric, but that's the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah, directly in the pocket, too. She's crossed over it twice. Bit of an odd formation with the 2-5-8. 2-5-7. 3 balls kind of blocking the ideal path to kind of stick along the left long rail and get below the 2. She can get on the 2, but she's looking to get on it in a way where she's not running the cue ball into the 5 because it could play off into the bottom left in that case. Tough spot here. Almost a consideration at 3 fouls, Mark, because it's tough to get on the 2 properly.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, Eric. I think she's taking your advice. It would be good if she could get the 1 cover as well. Doesn't want to leave the 1 in the open. Send it down behind. Yeah, this is a good shot. This is a very good shot, Eric. I think she's cut off the 1 rail escape.
Yeah, I think going both ways. Well, tough to judge this 2 rail kick here. A little unfortunate the 1 didn't end up really near another ball, but she could possibly play it behind the 9 on the next shot. See if Soa can judge this one.
Well, that's 2 fouls.
Yeah, see if she tries to involve the 2-5-7 wall with the cue ball here.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Thin off the 1 ball. Cue ball down behind the 7-5-2.
You'd have to hide the 1 decently.
Or she could, obviously.
Run up. Yeah.
Well, why not play the 1, get position on the 2 to play the hook on the 2?
Yeah, I think she's just going all offense. I mean, anytime you got to move the cue ball a lot, you're probably going to get behind another set of balls, but it's not really good enough for the 3rd foul. Like in that case, she would have got behind the 2-5-7, but probably would have left the rail. So we'll see how she gets through this.
Tricky draw here. Or follow, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, follow's okay here. Oh, caught a little bit of stun on it. Cue ball almost feel like the cue ball almost jumped off the 3 a little. Caught the point. So still is on 2 fouls. So want to bear down on this safe here. Possibility to win the game still. Oh God, she's all in, Mark. Wow.
Well, you know, when she was practicing, Eric, I saw her practicing those straight back banks, and she got 2 out of 3. Make that 3 out of 4. Good shot. Now, can she duck in behind the 7 here?
Good shot.
Yeah, she's got her in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, gonna leave the jump open, but I think she actually has the 5 covered, but pretty easy jump. Maybe not.
There's always a scratch on though, Eric, isn't there? You never know. If you catch this too thin, you could scratch in the corner.
Yeah, and the left side.
Catching the left centre and left centre as well. That's a possibility. So you've got to be careful still. It's not just a fact of hitting it. Oh, she was very close to the side, wasn't she?
Yeah, survived for a bit longer in this game.
Crisis averted. Wow, that was mighty close.
Nguyen has a really aggressive carom try here. Pretty tough. Tough on the pocketing too. Just in a tough spot there.
Yeah,
Saigon might be forced to go rail first here.
Pretty easy though, Eric, isn't it? It's one of those nice rail firsts. It's not too far away from the rail, and it's not too close. It's kind of laying just nicely. A couple of inches before the ball. A bit of left hand as well, just to zip up for the 6 ball.
Straight enough to hold on the left side here.
Yeah, I think you have to include her in the favourites list. Certainly in the top 5, Eric, to take this title.
I agree. Not one of the flashier players, but just so steady in the runouts, knows the proper shots.
Yeah, she's playing the right shot. She's always getting the right side of the ball, making the next shot that much easier, and just glides around the table. No drama, no shaking of the head, you know, just gets on with it, does what's in front of her. And all of a sudden, takes a 3-0 lead. Pia Filler has taken a 2-1 lead. Also, Zhang Muan has taken a 2-1 lead over Han Yu. Han Yu, you have to be talking about one of the favourites as well. Xiao Fang Fu still 2-0 down. Now then, very, very quick set indeed from Christina to catch. She leads Nung Kyu by 1-0. Cheska now 2-1 down to Shasha Liu. That's over on table 1. And Samir Konishi 2-0 up on Mighty Reparo. Kennedy Mayman has lost the first set to Jasmine Ocean. Chao Che Yu 2-1 up against Xu Jiang. Silviana Liu 2-1 up against Sofia Rosales. Kelly Fisher 2-1 up against Johanna. Back to this one. 3-0 up. Sept up. Corner ball in, Eric.
Yeah, that's the break she wants. Small cut. Ideally a little more cut in my overall opinion, but hit the proper side of the rack there. Crossed it the last two breaks. Middle of the rack didn't spread as great as she wanted, but might be able to use that cluster there to play some kind of safe here.
Oh, having a go at the 9 ball there, I think, Eric. Having a cheeky little look at the 9 ball.
Yeah, took an offensive swing there.
Remember, guys, best of 3 sets. Each set is a race to 4. Winner breaks within the set. And if it does go to a deciding set and 3-3, we will have a shootout. Still haven't seen one on the TV table, Eric. I know there's been a couple, but there hasn't been as many as there used to be.
Yeah, just
of course it used to be.
Go ahead, yeah.
It used to be, didn't it? 2 sets. When it first started out, if it went 1 set each, it went to a shootout. But then they made it best of 3 sets. So a mistake there.
Yeah,
Sarah.
Yeah, this is a better amendment. I mean, shootouts are exciting, but just giving the players a little more chance to play. It's a good change in the format.
Yeah, I think it's worked well because from what I just said, you don't see so many of them now. So when you do see them, they're a little bit special. But when they keep coming along all the time, it was getting just a little bit too much, in my opinion. But Predator saw it, made the necessary adjustment. And that's the good thing. They listen to what the players say and to what the audience wants. And they make the necessary changes.
Didn't want to run into the 4 there. She's looking like she has a window between the 3-9. Ideally, if she can get through to the right side of the cue ball, that'll be good.
Oh, that's a bit short.
Short on. Yeah.
Not enough pace on the 2 ball.
Yeah, Nguyen really needs to get going here. Pretty easy starter. Bit of power in the first shot, but not much cue ball movement. Just kind of get comfortable in the match. Give yourself a little start in the set. See what happens from there.
Sounded like a bit of a heavy contact, that one.
Yeah, I think that's what happened from the 3 to the 4 in the last rack, too. Just caught a little kick and didn't catch the exact following angle she wanted.
Yeah, same there, Eric. 3 and the 4. Maybe there's something on that 3 ball. Maybe a little bit of chalk or something. Well, you cannot miss them against Sept. You really cannot. So the second rack in a row. Just wondering, did that skid as well? Just wondering, should they get that cue ball clean maybe?
Yeah, it looked like, and the very, very first 10, 15% of the movement, it looked like it caught a little skid. It wasn't a bad one, but that's all it takes to kind of catch a little undercut there. I think it did skid a little bit.
Yeah, it went a little bit straighter than it should have done, I believe. Who said you can't put a round plug into a square hole? You certainly can, because Sept has her chalk. her round chalk in a square box to make sure it doesn't roll around anywhere, Eric. Clever little move, that.
Yeah, I've never seen that, actually. I much prefer square-shaped chalks. So that's an interesting innovation.
So this for the first set then. And it is. And she had chances in all of those racks. Didn't win, but she gets out the arena very, very quickly. So she's taken a little break. Eric Horlofson and myself, Mike White, we're going to do exactly the same. We'll be back with the second set as soon as the players are back. Don't go anywhere. This is getting very, very interesting. Welcome back to the Stadium 7 here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Good to have you with us again, guys, on Pro Billiard Series TV. Commanding win in the first set there for Sao Sao. But Nguyen Big Trem did have her chances. I feel she was just a little bit unlucky with a couple of skids there, Eric. I really do. 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, it seemed like 2 kicks and a skid. You know the YouTube channel Dr. Dave? You know how he
Yes,
proves
yeah, of
everything
course.
scientific? Yeah, proves everything
Funny,
scientifically.
funny you saying that. I've just been asked this morning by Sneaky Pete Mafia magazine, would I interview Dr. Dave? And here you are talking about him. Yeah, come on, tell us about him. I want to learn.
No, of course, but I mean, he does a lot of scientific proofs about a lot of physics things that happen in pool. You know, even to the point where he had a conversation with Neil deGrasse Tyson for about 45 minutes and completely held his own. You know, one of the best scientists in the world. It's all provable, smart stuff. But I've never seen him do something to explain why a skid happens or why a kick happens. There's theories about it, but no one's
But
really able
nobody
to prove
knows.
it.
No.
Yeah, it's an odd thing.
It's been spoken about that it's where a part of the cue ball or the object ball has a speck of chalk on it, and those 2 points just happen to meet. It can be
Right.
something picked up off a rail. Sean Murphy, the snooker player, spent years delving into it. But now, of course, we do have several chalks that alleviate that. Town, for example, the Predator Pure, Alex Peggy Lyons chalk as well is the same. But by the way, you need to have a word with Alex because he does a square chalk as well, the
Yeah,
same
he
as the
does.
Town. So get one
Well,
off of him, mate. That's what you need.
it's not high enough, Mark. I need it. I need it thicker. I'm very specific about my chalks. It's unbelievable.
Glue two
I just
together.
got. Yeah, right.
Or
I
file the
just got
edges
picked up
off
by
around one.
yeah. I actually just got picked up by a new sponsor, Masse Canada. I haven't had the chalks in my hand yet, but looking forward to hopefully finding one that suits me.
You're too picky, Mr. Horliss, and that's your problem.
I
But
am.
I know what you mean. We like what we like, right? Back to the match.
Yeah. Because of it, I'm still using Master Chalk, which is just inexcusable. I mean, it leaves more marks on the cue ball. It's not good.
So safety on this one ball. Send the cue ball over behind that row of balls. 2, 3, and 4, I believe it is. Or is it the 7? Cue ball over that side of the table. 1 straight back down by the 9. That's what I'd be playing,
Big
Eric.
wall. Yeah, big wall over there on the left side for the cue ball.
The Great Wall of Vietnam.
Surprised she tried to move the cue ball so much. Going the way she did, she had a chance to kind of freeze behind the 5, but just doing a little too much there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought our way was easier. And I'm sure she would have got cover as well. Anyway.
Good opener from the
I didn't
win.
want to flick it. Didn't want to flick the 2 though, Eric.
Yeah, bad roll there. Looking at just barely moving the 2 ball to the left. Kind of hard to line it up exactly where she won't leave an edge. Trying to play the cue ball down by the 8 is a good play, but looks like she has something else in mind. Pretty aggressive there. Well, big tester for Soa here. Great shot. Might have to run the cue ball into the 4 now, but ideally trying to push it over the top right. It's a peculiar situation with the 5-7. Guaranteed to make the combo, but so tough to not get the 5 to run off to the left of the 7, and she knows that, so she left herself a little angle where the cue ball is going to play over to the left enough as well. It's actually a little straight. Might get kind of tough to get the cue ball going far enough. Yeah, they ended up meeting.
Little stun behind the 8 ball. Send the 5 away. Make sure you don't play it near the pocket. Might go the other way now.
I like your shot. Good shot of Seo's tip there. Likes it on the thicker side. I like that as well. See a lot of top players that go real thin on the tip. I've just never liked it myself.
Yeah, I always do. I normally have a few layers cut off the tip if I have a new tip on. When I worked in a snooker centre, I used to put elk master tips on all the cues, take all the cheap tips off of the cues so that other people could play them in for me. And then I'd go round and Stanley knife them off, cut them off, and they would be my spare tips in my case already knocked in, Eric. So I always had ward-in tips. And the club didn't mind, of course, because I was buying the tips and putting better tips on the cues that were already there. So just keep recycling them. And people used to come to me to buy my worn tips as well. See, another little kick there, Eric. You see that? Another kick.
Maybe we can get a replay on it. Some
Definitely
people think humidity.
Let's see, little jump.
Yeah. Some people think humidity has something to do with kicks too and skids. Makes sense. It's like taking away from the smoothness of the contact of the balls, kind of.
Yeah, could be. I'd love to see a super slow-mo, though, of those 2 balls contacting. Oh, dear, no.
Yeah, losing confidence a little bit here. Probably one of the stronger players she's ever played, too. Got there. Short rail still available. Right long rail available. Has to play to luck a little bit on the kick safe side.
I think she might have a little piece of it, Eric.
Maybe.
Just a slight swerve.
Yeah, try to make it.
Yeah, I think she's just a little bit like a rabbit in headlights at the moment. It's just a little bit daunting. She hasn't settled down yet, has she? Still no rack on the board. And the longer that goes on, the harder it's going to be. And the more confident this young lady's going to be. Anywhere but straight.
Good power through there from Seoel. Little straight, so probably have to play the 9 in the left middle.
Yeah, it's tough at the top. But she's a lot better player than we've seen so far. Nguyen Bích Tran, she really is. And of course, confidence growing for the South Korean, taking the opening rack of the second set as well. Just have a look what's happening, guys, around the arena. Plenty of matches going on. Jasmine Ocean in action. Christina Tkach has taken the first set and she's 2-0 up in the second. Oh, listen to this. This is a Chia Chao has taken the first set against Zhao Fang Fu. And Han Yu 3-2 down now to Zhang Muang. 2-2 Pia Phila and Yen V. Rublin Amit, 1 set up. Reigning 9-ball champion, of course, against Yuki Hiraguchi. And Xia Liu has taken the first set against Cheska Centeno.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see this Chia play now. Beating players like Fu, it's not an easy feat. Must play well.
Yeah, younger sister of Chao Che-yu, of course. Took a little time out off of the game, but has come back. Thanks
okay,
so my friend.
So she's in her 20s, or?
I don't know her age. I didn't really get her age.
Okay.
All I know is she's younger than her sister. We don't ask women's ages, do we, really? We don't
of
kind
course.
Get into that. It's a bit rude, isn't it, Eric?
Sure.
I don't even know how old my mum is. There you go. I'm too scared to ask.
Nice play there. The only play on the board. Yeah, good shot.
Beautiful, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah, it takes knowledge to hit that shot properly. Seoa might try to sneak the 1 past the 2 and run the cue ball into the 5, using the 2 as a blocker. It's touchy, but there's not much else. Caught the double kiss. A little fortunate for the exact result.
I'm just wondering if she actually played that double kiss, you know.
It's possible. I would have just been worried about maybe kissing off into the corner, but you're right, she could have.
Just looked the perfect speed and the perfect contact on the 1 ball as well. I just thought maybe she has played it. Tough jump here. Oh, it's a great jump. Unlucky.
Yeah, see if Seo is brave enough to try the 1 into the side at speed. These sides are small. You have to target the pocket perfectly here. Looks like she's going to favor safe. She did go for it. Got around. Great shot. Slightly elevated.
Well, that's the safest place to put the ball, Eric, in the pocket. You ain't getting to it from there. What a great shot. Good angle on this 3 as well.
Yeah, rack's looking pretty good here, and Seo's confidence will be building with every rack, and kind of the opposite for Nguyen. Has to hang in there. Races to 4. She gets her first game on the board. If she does, be a relief. Might loosen up a little bit.
It's going to be a little bit awkward queuing here. Over the 9.
A little straight as well.
with their players as well.
Yeah, looks like they have players' badges on.
Going to any pool room in Ho Chi Minh City at night time, and every table will be full, whether the place has got 10 tables or 50 tables. They'll all be in use. Everyone drinking coffee and enjoying the game. It's hard to get a table. Needs this to run. Oof.
Scott there.
Good pre-shot routine. Great stance. Great cue action. Add a talent into that, and you've got a great ball player. The other ingredient, of course, is hard work, and she's got oodles of that as well. Dangerous combination, Eric.
Yeah, I noted that in an earlier match. Now that I've seen her play more, just kind of looked at her fundamentals a little more finely, and she has a really solid stance. It's just kind of halfway in between a pool stance and a snooker stance. Straight back leg. Gets really stable on her feet. Stays nice and still through the shot.
Yeah, if you can get that cue on the right line and deliver it through in a smooth, straight line without moving any other part of your body other than your backhand, you shouldn't miss. And that's why they so rarely do, because they're so fundamentally and technically sound. Starting to look a bit worrying now. 2-0 and a set up. Chow Che Yu going well as well. The older sister has taken the first set against Shui Ching Jiang. Silviana Liu took the first set, but is a rack down in the second to Sophia Rosales. Kelly Fisher has taken the first set against Johanna, but Johanna 2-0 up in the second set there. Chihiro Kawahara, the China Open champion, has taken the first set as well in her match against Sari. Wang Ling taking the first set against Savannah Easton, and Denise Santos a set down and 3-1 down in the second set against Amber Chen.
Hit the rack more squarely this time, but still nothing down. This is the break we play on our regional tour in Toronto, so I know it very well. And you can still make the corner ball if you cut the cue ball to the same rail, to the same long rail on the side you're breaking from. I really think that's the break. I understand it's not going to be as consistent because it's a hand rack, but with the rack being moved up too, if you do cut the rack, then the one's going towards the side a little more. Let's see if she can adapt going forward in the tournament, but that's the only thing lacking a little bit right now.
Yeah, I don't think her confidence is very high at the moment at all. She's been suffering, just hasn't got going at the moment. Remember, guys, 2 rounds of the women's 9-ball, and then we have the men's World 10-ball continuing today as well. The reigning champion, Carlo Biardo, is in action tonight, and I'll be commentating on that one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, men's tournament's starting to develop now. Seeded players in action in this round, or the round previous, I believe.
Yeah, and Biardo is up against a strong challenger from Germany, actually, Stefan Kasper. We all remember Stefan Kasper won the straight pull in the European Championships, Eric. We were commentating on that, I believe.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of good results in 2025. Made it to the semifinals of the Las Vegas Open. I think second in a Euro Tour event. Really on the cusp of a big result internationally. Did well in a matchroom tournament as well, I remember. Quarterfinals, I think.
And this young lady, of course, 2023 Las Vegas Open champion, 2024 All Japan champion, and a finalist in the 2024 World Temple when she got beaten by Rublin Armit. Yeah, nice kick and stick idea, but unfortunately caught the 3-ball, Eric. It's all going wrong, isn't it?
Yeah. Good idea. Was guaranteed to create, very likely to create some distance. She has. Don't mind the cue ball behind the 4 here. Thought about this one as well. Good shot. Just a little off on the speed. I think the 9's come to her rescue.
Well, I want to see the camera angle on the corner. Whether there is... She's going to have to go side rail first, I believe. Oh, she had a piece of it, Eric. Got away with it.
Try to run the cue ball through. Yeah, try to run the cue ball 3 rails up table. Just caught the double kiss, but nothing offensive for Soa here. Likely playing the cue ball behind the 6-3-8 stack again.
Oh, mind the gap.
Landed right in it. Position's tough here. She can come 2 rails around near to where the cue ball is now. Favor that over the combo. It's a good shot.
Yeah, she needs a confidence boost, doesn't she? And if she can run these out, this will do her the world of good. Just really don't feel like you're involved in the match until you get a rack on the board. Desperately needs that here. Nicely played.
Gonna have to play the 6 in the long pocket, but as long as she can get the cue ball close enough and on a decent angle, it should be fine. Might have a little too much angle here. Yeah, this is trouble. You can't really draw the cue ball back enough now. Too thin. Yeah. Tried to hold it, but just too much angle there.
Possible cut in the side.
I think she has nothing to lose at this point. It is makeable. Very tough.
No, overdone it. The story of the match so far, isn't it? She's been in with chances and just lost position, which has caused her to miss the ball.
See the stance there? It's almost like both legs straight, but it just looks really sturdy to me.
Yeah, so double hill coming up for Sept. 3-0. In it goes. Now big trouble for Nguyen. Really is.
He's taking it well, not showing too much emotion. It's tough out there. Even the best players get beat by big deficits sometimes.
Yeah, we've got Venus Lim and Raki Constantino coming up on table 2. This table is coming up next. And on table 1, Anita Kanyaya from Indonesia up against local lady Du Truk May. They're your next matches coming up at 3 p.m. guys, and all these matches all over the tables are available. Sarah having a little laugh to herself about not making a ball again.
Yeah, the rack got her there. She actually tried the World 9-ball Tour break, which one of our colleagues, George Teacheo, was bringing up. I just don't think it's reliable enough with the hand rack to ever go from the middle. But she tried it because she knows she's struggling from the side rail. Probably won't try it again after that result.
I think she has to jump this, doesn't she? Oh, she's just asking something
from the ref. Yeah, not quite sure.
Maybe she was actually talking about the rack.
Yeah, not quite sure. Would have been maybe saying something about a 3-point rule or something like that, but there is no 3-point rule on the Predator Pro Billiard Series.
No, you
which
can't
I also
with
think
hand
is
rack, can you?
Yeah, I think that's proper. I mean, there's no advantage to hitting the rack really soft without a template, so it's fine.
Maybe she was saying because she broke from the middle. Or are you allowed to break from the middle? Maybe, I don't know, Eric.
Yeah.
It's something we'll just have to talk about, but know nothing about.
Three 9 could be a possibility in this rack. 4 ball's pretty tied up. It's off angle. It'd be an ambitious try. Just caught a little too much follow there. Got the 1 ball exactly where she wanted. If she gets an angle with the cue ball running to the left off the 3, she can run directly into the 9, and it looks like the 4 might pocket from small angles. But recognizing the 4 is tied up, so going to play a 3 foul here. Got to be careful the way she's banking it. Might not get the 1 ball in a good spot.
It's too easy though, isn't it, Eric? 1 rail.
It is, yeah.
She wanted it glued right in behind both of those balls, right in the middle of the 4 and the 7 would have been perfect.
Yeah, and more distance and ideally near another ball. Did that twice in this match where she played the second foul but didn't get the ball she was playing safe on close enough to another ball.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. And that's what can happen when you don't get a really good hook. Something like that can happen.
Yeah, might have got lucky here. There might be a window between 3 balls. but definitely was in danger there. Right into the pocketing angle.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Still work to do here, though, to get from the 2 to the 3.
Yeah, I think it's too tough to get over to the right side of the table, so might just favor coming up the left side and having a shot at the combo here. Draw's not going to help her in this spot. Too much angle. Well, did pretty well. Going to have to elevate here to get into the proper part of the 9.
Yeah, I mean, why not go into the 9 here, see what happens, and hopefully you still got to look at the 4 ball.
Good try. Good result. So not quite over yet for Nguyen.
Yeah, she's hanging in there by her fingernails at the moment, isn't she? Good hit. Where's the cue ball? Ooh.
Tracking off to the right here, which is not a positive for a position on the 4. Could try to run into the 4 off the short rail. That's a good shot, too. Nice shot. It's a proper shot there.
Yeah, lost the cue ball. Catching the 7.
Just caught a little. Yeah, just caught a little more stun again when she wanted a little more follow. She's got pretty quick timing that can lead into stunning the ball a little bit when you don't want to.
Oh, what a recovery. Oh, overdone it. I thought that was going.
Got safe again.
Yeah, she's starting to get the run of the ball, but you just think, Eric, it's all come a little bit too late for her. Double elimination, though, so it's not the end of the world. There's 2 chances.
Nice kick
Did well
there.
to hold the
created
cue
some
ball.
distance.
Very good, wasn't it?
Tough to pick offense here. Defense is kind of tough too. I like this if she's able to miss the 7. Yeah. It'll be cue ball behind the 7 here for Seoa. Could get really aggressive and try the bank, but no need for it, I don't think. And get the save. The wind can try to get the cue ball back into the same area it is now.
Two results to bring you guys. Jasmine Ocean has won her match 2 straight sets. Shasha Liu has beaten Cheska Centeno in straight sets also. Rublin and Yuki Hiraguchi are all square. Pia Filler has lost the first set after being ahead. And Christina Tkach has also won by 2 sets to 0.
Yeah, look out for this Xia Liu. She hasn't been around the women's game as much in the last 10 years, but in the 5 years prior to that, she was put out a lot of dominating performances. Former world champion, won about 4 or 5 major tournaments over the course of 5 years. She's a great player. And you can see defeating Centeno here, second at the China Open last week.
Yeah, Cheska, one of those players, isn't she, that she's either absolutely on fire or a little bit mediocre sometimes. She hasn't really got anything in between. She doesn't seem to have a B game. She's got a very, very strong A game, probably stronger than most. But when she's not quite on song, well,
Early
you can't do that
concession
now.
from Nguyen. It's okay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, now she's
Seowa,
made. I've seen this before, Eric, and the player goes and misses a ball, and then what? And she's
I
already got
have
up and shook
to.
her hand.
Yeah, the sportsman play here would be just kind of concede anyways if Seowa makes a mistake, but it's all right.
Yeah, that's why you should never concede, because it puts doubt in the mind. But anyway, no doubt about the score, 4-0, 4-0. I think there was something that maybe just put Nguyen off. I don't know what that was. We'll try and find out for you guys before the next one. But Eric Hallofson and myself, that was very, very enjoyable. And we'll be back for more women's 9-ball action in the Saigon Predator and Poison 9-ball open very, very soon. 3 o'clock, the next match is due. That's in about, just under an hour's time. So we'll see you then. For now, take care. Ta-da.
Yeah. Constantino. This side, I'm sorry.
Can I practice? Our next match will start very shortly, within 13, 14, 15 minutes. So stay tuned. We'll be back very soon.
Next match coming up in 5 minutes. Lim from Indonesia. Right from the Philippines. Okay. Next match coming up in 5 minutes. Constantino from the Philippines and Lim from Indonesia. Sound check. Constantino against Lim.
A very warm welcome, everybody, to the sponsored by Poison Saigon Women 9-Ball Open. And what a match we have for you here, as Constantino from the Philippines is taking on Lim from Singapore, former, I believe, Commonwealth Games champion. Lim will be a very interesting match. In the booth, Eric Goorlefsen and myself, Tim de Ruiter. This is a best out of 3 sets, races to 4. The winner will be off to a great journey through the winner bracket. Welcome, Eric.
Hey, Tim. Good to be with you. Yeah, both these players not as familiar to me. We'll see how the gameplay goes. But that Commonwealth Games Championship is a pretty strong title.
Yeah, not
Good to see
exactly
some more-
like you said. Not too much information about both of the players. I mean, I know that now I lost her name. One of the Philippine strongest, Rubelin. She actually put on Facebook that she was very happy to see so many young female players from the Philippines joining this tournament. So possibly a first experience in a very strong and big tournament for Constantino. I'm very curious to see what she can do. She looked very strong in the warm-up, but that's just warm-up. You know how it goes.
Sure. Yeah, well, the Philippine women will be a little shorter on experience compared to some of the other women that have been competing internationally for a while. But it's like you said, I was just about to say as well, it's good to see new crop of female players coming out of the Philippines. I catch them on the reel sometimes. They're playing the challenge matches. They're getting in the trenches. So they have good background in the game.
Well, it's all to play for. And the first break goes to Lim. But it does come up dry. What do we have on the 3-ball?
Yeah, I like how she hit it there. Believe that cut break gives you the best chance of possibly making the corner ball or making the one on the side. I don't know what you've seen in the tournament, Tim. I've seen a lot of women going kind of square at it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the side break. The only difference is if you catch it a little thinner, or either way, the little bit of overcut either way, I feel like the results really differ from the hit you have. Now, Raki Constantino from the Philippines, here at the table, she only lost 2-1, so deciding set, to Shasha Lu from China, which really is not such a bad result if you think about it. She lost
There you go.
two
Yeah.
sets 4-3. So she can play. I mean, we're not
Well,
talking.
no,
Ooh.
yeah, no doubt she's a class player if she got that type of result against Liu. So look for a competitive match here.
Yeah, for Lim, she lost to Jessica Centeno, one of the probably most on fire type of player at the moment, I would say. Got the World 10-Ball champion title under her belt, so she does have the confidence at the moment, and basically she didn't have too much chances, I would say, if you look at the scoreline, 2-0. Oh, I like
Strong
this.
play there. Yeah, not as easy as you think to judge an exact stop shot over that distance. Hit it nice and squarely. Open chance now for Constantino. Get her to see an open run-out play here. Don't really know the reason why we haven't seen more women Filipinos on the international scene. Assuming it was just kind of a cultural thing. They just weren't in the pool room as much as men were. But that's changing now.
Yeah, overall, it gave me the impression. I mean, I would love to have someone tell me I'm wrong. Overall, I mean, it's a very common thing. I felt like it's more of a financial issue. I mean, apparently there's quite a bit of women putting themselves right into the grease, but yeah, I mean, if you don't have the financial possibilities to travel, then yeah, you start to struggle. You don't want to put yourself. Ooh, she really used all of the pocket there, and that's one of the reasons why I think Rubelin put it out there. You know, she's maybe been wanting to have all the younger or the more talented players to go travel, but they might not ever had the finances for it.
Yeah, and I think a thing that plagued a lot of Filipino players in the past too was that they couldn't get visas to leave the country. But now with pool becoming more of a professional sport, the government's recognizing that and fast tracking that a lot more, making it a lot more accessible. She looked good in that rack, Tim. Typical Filipino fundamentals, kind of quick on the forward stroke, but that's how they play. That's how they're taught. Good pace on the backstroke.
Well, overall, quite relaxing pace on the table. The Filipino style, I would say. Hit this break nice. She's gonna get a shot on the one. Is she gonna be able to hold the one ball for the two? I would say so, right?
Yeah, a little less speed than comfortable, but she is able to hold it around middle table. Run into the 6 if she's really worried about it, but it is pretty steep, so it looks like she's just going to play safe. Oh no, 2 rails back. Yeah, favored the undercut there to slow the cue ball down. Just an in-between spot. No pocket for the 2 here, really. Safe options behind the 6. Just be a little bit mindful of the speed on the 2, catching a rail. Nicely played. Had to stun it, couldn't roll at it. Tough to control that ball exactly. Did well there. Have to contact the 2 pretty thinly to have a shot at the combo here, and you'd have to hit it with draw. Just trying to get over onto the right side of the 2 ball. If you end up clipping the 9 exactly, it's a bonus. I think she got her, Tim. It's close. Pretty sure the 6 has her.
Yeah, looks like the 6 ball came right in between. Always a little bit of a guess on the jump in case you don't make it. It's always a little bit guessing, but she's kicking over the short rail. A lot of balls wide in the open, so not too much cover to get overall. Unless you hit it that
Found
well.
it, though.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, great shot. Another jump shot for Constantino coming here. 4 balls in a good position for the cue ball. Just get a little bit below center. Solid hit. Little roll on the result. Karam could be on here. 2 ball would be pretty out of control.
Oh, 2 ball a little bit short of pace there. So there's a shot on just a shape on the 4 ball. I mean, to just make this 2 ball, I would say, okay, high percentage, but just the shape, you probably will have to go either a lot of inside, well, I was going to say, or 2 rails, but you might have to play inside.
Nice hit.
Well, I said nothing there.
have-
I mean, she made it look
Yeah,
very easy,
did-
Eric.
Sure, did have a bit of right on that ball too, which made the shot a lot tougher. You can see it within 2 racks that Constantino's a class player. Nice and long on the backstroke. She looks pretty young, Tim, like younger than 25. Not too much angle here. Side pocket's been proving to play pretty tight over the course of the week. Really got to target the object ball well. Did well there. Super long reach here. No chance of even going for the extension, just too long of a reach. I'm liking what I'm
Well-
seeing here.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I'm very, very much surprised by Raki. She is playing not the same speed as Jessica as in around the table, but a very smooth vibe around the table. Reminds me of when I used to be on.
Good slow
Oh,
backstroke.
Superb stuff there for Constantino, who's up 2-0. Yeah, for 2 players you might have never seen before, I'm quite sure you are pretty much surprised.
And you're right, she has that Centeno-like confidence. Just kind of freewheeling a little bit, believing in her talent. It's good to see. And considering
Well, I
the
always
dominance
look at it.
Go ahead.
Always look at it the long run. If you consider you need new players after the generation we have now. Well, this could be it for the Philippines.
Sure. Corner ball down. No shot on the 1. See what her push knowledge is like here. Kind of like the middle of the top short rail. A lot of blockers in the middle of the table. Just force her into something with distance.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting comments about the Predator error rack. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think everything about it is so true. Because people have been saying, well, they've not been racking so well. And then most of it within the 10 ball discipline. But it doesn't really make sense if the referee has been racking the balls now 3 times and the wing ball has been flying in straight in every single break with a solid hit. So it might really be the break on the hand rack compared to just the rack. I think it's it's too easy to blame the rack, I feel like.
Yeah, and the specific referee has a bit to do with it, and the referees are getting better as these tournaments go along. Just no matter what hand rack you have, you're never going to have the same consistency as a template. But that it lends. Wow, Tim, look at this end position.
This is unreal. I don't know what's happening right now. That was a fantastic shot there from Constantino. That might actually be one for the highlight reels. That was
Just stop me
one of the best
mid-sentence
shots
there.
I've seen in 5 days.
Gonna have to develop something towards the 7 off the 6. 5's in a decent position to get that angle. Caught a half kick there on the 3, I think. Trying to cheat the pocket, create a little more angle to the right with the cue ball because she wanted to be on the. Make sure she was on the left side of the table for the 6. Caught a little thickly, so a little more on the rail than she'd want. You like just floating this one in, one rail?
Yeah, I kind of feel like you have to. I mean, besides wanting a nice angle on the 6 to do something with the 7, I don't feel like if you play 2 rails, you always have to get above. And whenever you get to the point where things get interesting, before you know it, you get too straight. So, yeah, as you can see, she also turned out now, because she went 2 rails, she did get very awkward on opening the 7 or the 8 after this.
Yeah, the combo's still there. She's not going to be able to access it from this angle, I don't think. No. Layup safe behind the 8. But yeah, as far as the breakout, I think you have to go one rail there.
Extension.
Looks like she might have left the left long rail here. Tough to kick safe out of a shot like this. If you hit it squarely, you got a shot with the cue ball running through the 7, getting down near the short rail. Ideally, the 7 comes back somewhere in the middle of the opposite short rail. Not bad there. Really got to be on the table to see the exact thinness of these shots. Yeah, it's thick enough. She's going to go offense here.
Yeah, still funny though. You could end up behind the 9, I kind of feel like. if you play 4-rail shape on the 8. Pace is the biggest problem in this shot, and she is... No, she actually did a really good job there. I was gonna say it was very easy to land either behind the 9 or even if she played 2 more rails to get the shape. There was a big risk to it. But in this case, if she taps the 8 in soft, she does have the cut. Ooh! Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, trying to play the thicker part of the pocket there to hold the cue ball, but that's a big mistake. So Constantino coming out pretty strong. Big mistake there by Lim, and all of a sudden Constantino's on the hill here. Watch this shot on the 1 if they show it. Big speed, 3 rails around. Look at this. Perfect position on the 2.
Yeah, overall, I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think we've seen too much from Venus Lim so far.
Set 1, rack number 4. Rack
Constantino putting quite the clinic out there, I feel like.
Just missing the corner ball there. Chance for Lim to get back into it. Safe behind the 8's looking good here. Maybe try to create a little more distance, but I think just percentages of getting behind the 8 are very high here. Good shot.
I do like to go 2 rails on this. Just wondering. Oh, I do. Most of it I do like to go over the top short rail. She's going this way.
Yeah, I think.
Do you like this way
Yeah, I
better?
think the 8 might be just blocking a bit of that top short rail. That was the first one I saw as well, but I think the 8 might have been blocking it. Look at this, just made it.
Oh.
Oh, wow, hung up.
She made it look like it's something for breakfast. She made that look so easy. Well, she didn't make it, but she really made that look like, well, I'm just gonna kick it 2 rails, and most of the time I make it kind of shot. It was an incredible effort. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Unlucky. Good action coming back. Just caught the exact line of the 3 ball there. Gonna have to bail herself out here. Thought that was playing long.
foul.
Thought the play was actually 3 or 4 rails back. 3 probably. So, chance to see some more open play from Constantino here. You were mentioning that result earlier with Xia Lu, and even, like you said, both sets you lost were on the hill. and won a set. So talking about one of her first major tournaments outside of the Philippines. And she's right in the mix already.
Well, just like in the men's division, I think there's always talent somewhere out there on the planet we have never heard of. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, most of the time it's a financial issue. I mean, oh,
Must have been a close foul over top of the 9
touch a
there.
ball?
Yeah, must have been the 9.
Oh wow.
Taking it well.
Well, overall, I think it's more of a financial thing. Just happy that I kind of feel like most of the pool players are slowly making more money and money compared to, was it 5, 10, 15 years ago? So the more money they actually get, the more they can actually do with it, reinvest. And I think Constantino might be one of the examples for it.
Yeah, making more from tournaments, more sponsorship options out there. Gonna get to see a couple male players from the Philippines in the Pro Billiard Series that we haven't seen before. Kyle Amoroto made it through the qualifiers. AJ Manas made it through the qualifiers.
Well, actually, I believe it was 7 out of 16 spots did go to Pinoy players. And then a lot of people would go, yeah, but it's a qualifier. Who joins these kind of things? I mean, must be a lot of locals. But we've seen quite some battles. I mean, for example, Moritz Neuhausen. He is playing probably the best pool I've ever seen him play at the moment. He had to go through the qualifier, and he did qualify, but it didn't always come easy. Like, it was a tough field. So then again, to have so many Filipino players join the main field, it's just always a special thing.
First rack on the board for Lim. Capable player herself. Gonna have to come with a more run-out play to neutralize Constantino, I think, going forward here in this match.
One rack number 5, and that's the break.
A little thinner on the cut there. Nothing down. The sweet spot for the cut break is right between the middle diamond and the diamond closer to the side pocket. Even around the middle diamond works a lot of the time. Just got it in a little thin on that one. Tough
Yeah, I
shot there,
kind
but
of.
wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like she didn't really want to make the one ball as much. She kind of steered away from the shot just because of the shape on the two ball.
Extension.
Can she run the cue ball at the 9 here? Is the 6 in the way? I think it might be, but still getting around that area I think is good for the cue ball. Oh, went after it. Made it. What a shot. Look at this. Outside the box play.
What a fantastic shot, actually, she's played there. And
Yeah.
just what she needed. She's still trailing 3-2. But like we've been mentioning a couple times, I mean, these short sets, the momentum also goes all over the place. Just with some good play, it's really anybody's game. And who knows? I mean, this could be a very close set. Still yet to come.
Next one, rack number 6, Venus to break.
Been going to the cut break on the first two. Seems like that's her strategy here. Wants to hit this one a little thicker than the last one. Oh, went square that time. The corner ball's down. 2 balls down. No shot on the one, so gonna have to find somewhere to push here. Does she have just enough of it, Tim? She must be by the way she's approaching this.
Well, I would say she doesn't have enough of it, but exactly what you're saying. If she's shooting, then she did have enough. Just missed it actually on the other side, so.
Yeah, missed it on the thick side, so she did have enough. Bit of cue ball moving from 5 to 6. Way the cue ball's moving here, it's going to naturally leave her with some angle on the 5. Like 2 rails here, Tim?
Yeah, well, you could play 3 rails. I'd rather play too much and give myself guaranteed a look on the 2 than going 2 rails and maybe get a little bit too short. But she went 1 rail straight over. She managed nicely. I mean, I think it's a little bit different than you and me would play. Maybe if you would play it 10 times straight out, a little bit different, but ooh.
Yeah, too much angle
She's
here. Gonna
already
have to draw in
down.
between the 8, 9. Yeah, no kidding.
And honestly, she didn't really hit it as, like, she really put a solid effort in there. I mean, she's missed the 7 just by a slight smudge, but really, it's not like she put a bad effort on there.
Yeah, the cue ball was perfect. She knew what he was doing. She knew what she was doing with the cue ball.
Extension.
I've mentioned this a few times throughout the tournament. I really believe the sides on these arc tables have tightened up a little bit. Seeing a lot of balls catching both points. Can see the overhead there. Shelf's pretty short. Kind of makes the side pockets a little smaller. Going for the kick here. Set riding on this shot. Nice shot. Not perfect with the cue ball, but see how she's able to manage these tight side pockets here. Maybe corner. No, side.
Always a little bit of a tester on the queuing. No, I don't know. I don't know what I just said. I mean, she made it look like it was a hanger.
I actually thought she was going to slow roll it, but she was confident enough to play it with speed up table. Good shot.
Yeah. This to make it a hill opening set. And there it is. So it is
On the right.
a hill opening set. 3 each. And Raki Constantino, I feel like a little bit in trouble because she started off great, but she has slowed down a bit overall in her performance.
Yeah, it's been an interesting set. Constantino, no doubt, as we've noted, a talented player. You know, just might find herself in little spots like getting out of position on the 7, like she did there. Have to see her play more to see what her overall level of play is, but definitely has talent. Lim looks pretty steady. Made that great long bank on the 1-9 there to get herself back in the set.
Well, one thing I've definitely
Number 7, Venus to break.
taken from the Commonwealth Games where I've seen Venus Lim for the first time is the fact that she might not have the most rhythm around the table, but she really does dig very deep. And I actually believe, especially in the women side of pool, I think that's a very nice quality to have. Knowing that whatever happens, you just bust your everything to try and get a result. I think it's worth a lot. She does
Yeah,
dig
good
very
fighting
deep.
qualities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite sure if she has enough of the 1 here. Even if she does, it's a very tough shot, elevated with speed to kind of get back for the 3 properly. Don't think she would have missed it by that much if she was trying it, so probably didn't have enough there. Had to go rail first. Half chance for Constantino. 3 doesn't pass the 9, and the cue ball's kind of running into the 7. Could play a side rail to side rail safe here. That works as well. Just got past the side pocket where it's going to be tough for Lim here. Pretty much unmakeable, actually. Wonder if she'll try a similar kick to what she did on the 7. This one's tougher. She'll have to play it with left spin. Not much else, though.
Extension.
Yeah, just looking at the brackets, quite some interesting results. Obviously, in the double elimination stage, there's always going to be the surprises, the interesting ones.
Beautiful
For
kick here by
example-
Lim.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead, Sam.
I was so going on the scores that I completely missed out on her kicking that ball in. Did she get enough of a 3 ball? Nope. She is
Not
jumping. Ooh.
enough. Yeah, gonna have to pull
Tough
another
to get
rabbit
on the
out
4.
here.
Oh, look at the cue
Distance,
ball.
see
This
how
might actually
lands.
end up all right.
Well, Constantino fired in a high-speed one like this 2 racks ago. He's going to have to do it again here. Don't like rolling at this ball. I think it's thick enough that you can draw over to the right long rail. And maybe back across the 4.
Well, to get back on the scores, for example,
Wow.
Kennedy Mayman from the USA. Did she... Every time I start talking about scores, something amazing happens.
No
This is-
problem, but she fired that one in. Wow, what a shot.
I mean, listen, I'd rather start talking about the scores again. What a beautiful shot that was on the 3 ball.
Look at this. Gonna have a little too much speed here, maybe?
Well, the good
Draw
news
onto
is she
the
does
9
have the
here.
9 to play. Yeah.
Yeah. What an out this would be under pressure here.
Last try. Kennedy Mayman beat Egan Sue. It was an impressive win. I've seen Sue play. I was quite impressed. And Savannah Easton from the USA. She beat, and now don't take me wrong on the pronunciation, but I would say Hong Nung Le, I think ish, in the deciding set. So that must have been a very close one too. And that 6 ball. Honestly, I'm not too sure why she did that much, but this is a huge roll she got with the 9
Yeah.
coming in right between.
Yeah, I think she overdid the speed a little bit there. Just a little bit raw in some tight spots. But she's impressive. Another roll back for Lim. Can try to stick the cue ball where the 7 is. Really got to get into the round 2 rails with a lot of right spin to possibly get coverage with the 9. Yeah, see, in the future she'll recognize she can hit that one with more speed, come around to the 3rd rail, maybe give herself a chance to get behind the 9. It's just little improvements for her. But all the talent is there. Tough
Well,
to see, but
pretty decent
I'm eagerly-
result.
Yeah, going for the jump cue. I was just going to say, eagerly awaiting another big stroke shot from Constantino, but no, she's got to go to the jump cue here. Gonna leave it open, maybe. Oh, it's come behind the 8 again. So a couple rolls for Constantino here in this hill game. Lim forced to be on defense. See if she can pull off another one.
I have to say, she's kind of pushed into playing directly into the 6, but most of the shots were going to leave something in the open. Was not very easy to get the cover unless she could have brought the cue ball maybe behind the 7, but sensitive. I think it's very sensitive what she had to play there, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't have a lot of options. Left side of the 6, kind of. She's not afraid to go after it, Tim. That's for sure. Perfect position. Just slightly overcut the pocketing. Like the cue ball behind the 7 here.
Well, just like I mentioned, she does fight her heart out. And this is a pretty nice safety. Not saying it's impossible to hit. The 6 is pretty close near the rail, but
Foul.
he did give her the ball in hand. And this is a huge chance for Lim to still capture this set.
Nicely played. Doesn't want to get too far below it. Pretty far where it's going to be slightly uncomfortable, but I think she can draw out of it, kill the speed, play in the same pocket. Worked out. Chance for Lim now to take down the first set after being stuck 3-0. Good comeback here, showing a lot of heart. A couple small mistakes from Constantino.
Well, this 9 to steal the set for Venus Lim.
Venus
And she has done it. Amazing comeback she's made in this opening set. Venus Lim now captures the first set, putting quite a lot of pressure on Araki Constantino.
Both players look like they're going to
Still-
stay in the arena between sets.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, what's your take on having a break, for example, every set or every? I mean, I know quite a lot of players nowadays that like to take every break they can take.
Yeah, just for me as a personal statement, I like staying at the table. Once my mind is set on being in a match, I just feel like I don't need to reset it, and it's almost, I don't know. I've just never been a player to take breaks when I'm in there. I feel like I can regroup before I'm at the table the next time, and I feel like if I leave the table, then my focus is shifted. I'm not saying that's completely proper, but that's just how it is for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like your mindset in it. On the other side, I also understand that it's not easy. These matches, they sometimes last, well, let's say best out of 3 sets. Sometimes they last, what is it, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I do like,
Just gonna go
I'm
now.
not too sure. She might still go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not too surprised if players do so. I mean, it's not easy to stay in that punch for such a long period of time. So I do understand when they take breaks every set. But I think I'm a little bit like you. Like I like to, when I get going and I'm good. So I just gotta make sure that I get going. So it's mainly the beginning, not the remainder of the match.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, after the second set, say it's a race to 4, maybe after the second set, I would take a break just because you've been at the table for so long. But taking a break after 30 minutes or something, or less than an hour, it's never really been my thing.
Yeah, I think that is really these kind of things. That's the beauty of the sport we chose. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that it's just so personal. Well, and I guess Raki Constantino is taking her break too. She's like, well, suddenly I have to check out the restroom as well. No, you never know. But I think that's the beauty of the game. There's so many. I mean, there is many choices we can make at the table that have to be right. But there's also two sides of the story on the side.
Yeah, it's even, the personal choice of how fast are you going to play. Some players are much more methodical. Some players just get up and go at the balls. I was watching a race to 35 today on stream. It took about 11 hours. I played one of the players before too. A couple times we've played challenge matches, and I've noticed he's a slow player, and it kind of got in my mind like, now this guy's taking 11 hours for a race to 35. Like, do I ever want to play him again? Because it's not my style, right?
That is a very interesting thought, actually. I have to give me some time. I'll get back with a reply. Well, it's always in pool also. I think it's always more difficult for a faster player to be enjoying again this beautiful sport that we chose. I think not saying the slower players don't enjoy the game. I'm more saying because they're so fast and they're so used to being fast, I think they can only be slowed down. If someone plays faster,
Right.
they will love it. It's a different dimension, I think.
Looks like the 5 passes the 9 here.
Now the only thing, obviously we did not really see, or well, we only get the angles we get. I was just wondering, like, would maybe Rubilen or Cheska, would they be there to? No, maybe just a small word, They don't have to watch the whole match. They could just be there whenever she left the arena for maybe a minute and say, maybe she would be going like, "Ah, man, I was up and I was playing so well. Now I'm struggling." And it sometimes only takes 10, 15 words to get someone's mind straight. Just wondering
Yeah.
if it might have happened. I mean, we don't know, but just wondering.
No, that's a great call,
Nice cue ball
actually.
here.
Yeah. Not afraid to play the speed, Constantino. Yeah, if you have a coach and if you have someone that's a kind of a motivator for you, that could be another reason to take a break. Got through the rack in less than 2 minutes here, Tim. Some tough shots, too.
This 9 for break and run. Excellent break and run, actually. She didn't get the shape she wanted to have on the 5 ball. But overall, I would say, very clean stuff from Raki Constantino. Beautiful break and run.
And I wonder if this next generation of women's Filipino players will be kind of more on the freewheeling side, because both Cheska and Rublin are. Those would be their kind of idols. So I wonder if it'll be a typical style of the next generation.
Well, this is not to make things difficult for you, but have we ever seen a slow Filipino player?
Yeah, I think the men can trend towards it a little more, but yeah, they've
never been slow.
I wouldn't call them methodical. They just kind of play the table as it lies.
Yeah, and I think the nature of their game is just a little bit more speedy. And I would say, I mean, with them being probably the strongest country in the world playing pool, or, I mean, definitely quite high in the rankings, I would say other countries could learn knowing that it works for them, so it must have some kind of, well, benefits. Definitely.
Value. Yeah. Yeah, I believe rotation should be played at a good pace. I mean, the numbers on the balls are dictating what you got to shoot next. It's only a certain amount of shots that can be played on each turn. Safe error here from Lim. So another chance to see if Constantino can mount on her comeback. Trying to get a little more stun out of that ball. Could be straight enough to roll through the angle. She'll want to be. Just a little too much though, so has to play the 3 in the long pocket. Nicely on it. Be a little tough to get off the rail here, but she has the slightest angle going to the right.
Oh, well. Had a great line. Not exactly the pace. So, safety behind the 7-9. Would you choose to send the 5 ball more up table and get behind the 7? Or would you choose to play just the opposite sides? Or, in this case, the thin one on the 5?
Yeah, I like the cue ball behind the 7 there. Chance to take away all the easiest rails. What she played could have worked. Just caught it a little thick. Good coverage here. She will be able to get at it off the right long rail with some left spin. She's actually looking at it direct. I think there's a window there. No. Maybe that way with some right spin, but it's... Yeah, 2 rails is okay too. Nice shot. Hit the proper side of the ball. Got rewarded.
Yeah, possibly quite difficult to spin into the ball 1 rail.
Yep.
But like you mentioned, I think that the pace was nice and proper side of the ball. So 1 + 1. Yeah, great week so far here in Vietnam. The fillers, Joshua and Pia winning the mixed doubles. That was, for most of the players, equipment has been phenomenal. I mean, everybody's been messaging me things that everybody's been very happy with how the tables are playing. Even though it's so humid there, the tables are playing a little tougher because of the humidity. The pockets are not grabbing as much, but the cloth is staying very new, so it kind of evens out, and everybody's been very happy with the Predator Arc table, which obviously I love to hear, because that means everybody can truly play their own game, and that gives us great matches to look at.
Yeah, the equipment's just increasing in quality with every new edition.
Oh, this would be some shot. This would be some shot. What did she just play? She just speared that 5-ball in. Slight bit of draw.
We're going to have to put a
I mean-
highlight reel together of all her high speed, high difficulty shots in this match. What a... Hit it great.
I agree. This is some outstanding stuff from Constantino. I mean, it's a pity that you cannot play every shot this kind of speed. Otherwise, she probably would win the tournament. She's been
Right.
phenomenal when she can let the stroke out.
Rocky one rack.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, she
I'll
does-
give her a good chance and... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was gonna say she does double the score again. She's now 2-0 up in the second set, but she did have a pretty decent lead in the first one, so doesn't really say much, I fear, for Constantino.
Yeah, I'll give her a chance to win this match, and it's rare that I say this. Just seeing a new player that haven't seen before, I would expect really good things from her in the future. Very talented, showing good knowledge of playing the proper shots. Just has to get a little more in control of the cue ball, but I think the sky's the limit for her.
Well, let me tell you one detail. I had someone sharing this with me. Obviously, you never know if it's completely right or not. But someone just sent me a message saying Raki is just 14 years old.
Oh my goodness, Tim. Wow.
I mean, by the time I was 14, the shots she's been making, I didn't even know how to hold a cue.
Whoa, I knew she was young, but that's really young. Holy. This is a coming out party for a great, gonna be a world-class player. Yeah, just, a little short on experience. She'll clean that up going forward. Little mistakes that maybe shouldn't happen here and there. But that's surprising. 14, holy.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I have someone else sending me a message. She's 15, but still in the
Okay.
range 14, 15, 16. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of difference. It's very impressive. Just very impressive. Oh, look at this. Oh, that could have been so much nicer if she caught a four ball just slightly fuller to push the 2-ball out.
I wonder if she's in the field for the World Junior Championships in Spain at the end of November. Definitely deserves it.
Yeah, if you get to play this kind of speed, the difference is also, listen, with so many federations and support we get overall, if you consider, I mean, I know the US doesn't have that much, but most of the European countries, they have somewhat of a federation where they get helped out to go to certain events. I kind of feel like Raki, she's playing. Wow.
Just fired in
She
another
is
great
playing.
shot.
Yeah, that's so sad. Like every time I start talking, she's trying to make me shut up. I mean, let me know in the comments. Just tell me. It's okay. I'm more saying like it's not as easy for young upcoming players from the Philippines, for example, to go out and be in Spain, for example, in the end of the year. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the sponsorship picture is over there, but I know they're getting behind players more, and you're seeing more and more Filipinos compete on the international stage, so I believe it's improving. But you're right, as far as organized federations, not the same as Europe.
Well, I think we're pretty lucky to have this many events still coming for this year. Pro Billiard Series really stepping it up in the last year, maybe year and a half. First row seats on every event. I mean, I would consider doing commentary is a first row seat. We just don't get the weather like they have in Valencia, for example, but overall we get the nice view. Players playing their heart out for a big title, so
I'm staying in good line here. She's had a lot to deal with in this match, and she's handled it pretty good. Sticking with her, trailing in both sets, looking to make a comeback in the second set now. Reminds me a little bit of Seo Soa.
well, I got more information actually on
Venus Wonderland.
the female side of the game in the Philippines. Did you know there is a Amit Cup?
I did know that.
Obviously
yeah.
named- Obviously named behind or after Rubelin. And
Yeah.
well, there's more to come. Don't be shocked.
Go ahead.
So all 4 Filipino participants in this tournament, so that's Rocky Constantino, Denise Santos, Sofia Rosales, and Carmil Buhat, they all have competed in this cup, and they basically just started to make sure female talents actually have a safe environment to go out and play as well. I think this is a phenomenal concept.
No kidding. It's great.
Ooh. Gotta feel a little bit sad. I think she actually broke the balls with nice pace, solid hit. Just look at the 4. Slightly bumped outwards and it hung up on her. And straight in shape on the 1.
It's okay here. Be a bit of work to get it onto the 4 properly. Can come 2 rails back. Small roll there, sneaking past the 5, but looking okay now. Still has to open the cue ball up around the 6. It's like a gunslinger style, Tim. Just recognize the shot, fire at it.
Well,
Wow.
this is unreal. I have to say, maybe that's one of the best I've seen of all. That speed into the side pocket always is tough. You know that. But that was,
Of course.
I mean, sure, the shapes, like, it's not always the best position here and there, but such a positive state of mind.
It's her first extension.
Would you
of the
reckon
match.
she
Just
can-
thinking of- I actually
Go
think
ahead.
it's beating a scratch to the left pocket. I would have just go with high here, but oh jeez, was firing around the rails with spin. Caught the 8 a little too thick there. Don't tell me she's gonna slice this one in, Tim.
Well, I was wondering maybe she could have played to the other corner still with the drip of inside. Oh, needs 7 to go just by the side pocket, but I mean, with how well she pockets balls and the run out capabilities, she's still, obviously, she's very young. She still can learn a lot if she plays more with Cheska and Rubelin. Just on the safeties, kicking, break, maybe.
Sure. But what a foundation she has and what a talent. You can just see it in the way she hits the ball. Good sense of proper position, too. Try from Lim there. Long distance pocketing here for Constantino. Looks pretty straight. Might have to slow roll it. Hit it pretty good, but just off the mark.
Well, in the end, of course, it's nice to see flashy pool and speedy and, you know, nature, the real nature coming out. But we shouldn't be talking only about Constantino. On the other side, I think Lim is really hanging in there in this match. Also coming up with shots just not so aggressive and just taking things easy. But she did steal that first set. Oh, just played this a little bit pacey, but does have a chance again to make this 2 each.
Nice shot. Back to level here in the second set. Wonder if she has a nickname yet, Constantino.
Set to rack number 5. Venus to break.
Yeah, quick shout out to our sponsors for all these amazing events in Vietnam, of course. Shout out to Little Monster, Yalin, Box Billiards, Predator Q's, Kamui, and the WPA. Thank you so much for supporting our tour. Your support is very important, not just to us as commentators or to the Pro Billiard series, but also for the players. I think they need a solid environment to play in. And without the sponsors, I think it wouldn't be possible to create such environment.
Yeah, game's definitely come a long way in the last 5 years, and the sponsors are a huge part of that.
Well, I haven't been playing much lately, but we're just seeing so many events and the sponsorships and just sponsorships for events or players. So many great events. If you look at the mixed doubles, players they travel for 2, 3, sometimes 4 events on one location. I think might be worth it to start playing again, which
Attention.
I'm really sure a lot of, well, I'm not the older generation, but I'm more saying the players maybe from the 80s, they might feel the same about it. They might feel like, man, I have to start playing again.
Yeah, so much on offer now. Think she'll power up and try to come back up table? Could go 2 rails forward. We'd have to get perfect on the 2 in that case. Yeah, bring the highlight reel out again, Tim. Oh, unlucky. So maybe not unlucky, but scratching the side there. But again, just those power shots. It's so much talent to be able to target the ball so perfectly. Huh. Doesn't show too much emotion. The 5's accessible here, Tim? From around near where the 4 is, maybe?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I would say no. The one thing I'm very interested in is could she possibly play the 5 off the 9, but looks like it would be coming too high unless you're gonna cut it just exactly right off the 9 ball, so it's not a gimme.
Yeah, she did get that back cut angle. Ref's gonna have to be on top of this one. You're right, though. She might be playing it off the 9 as well. Barely available.
Well, I was wrong. And look at how nicely that 6 ball shaped up too. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so easy to get too much into how Raki Constantino is playing. But in the meantime, Lim, she hangs in there. She's calm, she plays steady pace. It's like a silent, well, yeah, how do you even call it? Like before you know it, she's there.
Sure.
Seems to surprise a lot. But if she makes, well, she could stop the cue ball here and take a longer 9, but it's 2 shots. She's on the double hill. Queuing nicely.
Venus Wanderer.
Yeah, it gets solidly through the ball. On the hill now.
Yeah, it is Venus Lim, who's now on the double hill. This is a loser round match though, so the loser will be out. Of course, you could always look at it on a different perspective. You could say the loser has gained a lot of experience and many insights on things to improve on their own game. But obviously that's not what you go for. You always are trying to make the best out of it. So far, with all the impressive shots we've seen from Constantino, and there's Jessica Centeno. So she might have to do something with it. She might have some influence on it. But she is down at the moment, Constantino. She's not so Constantino yet, but who knows, maybe in the future. That might be the best joke I made today. So that's it for the jokes today, folks.
He got me laughing.
Well, thank you. Anyways, to get back to the important stuff, I find this a very difficult push. Because the one ball is almost available to play offensive from almost everywhere. Unless you push towards the two ball, kinda.
That's where I was thinking,
Oh,
somewhere in the top left area.
Well, I'm wondering, was it not? It was a push, right? This is after the break.
Yeah, she has a push option here.
Oh, well, I don't mind this. The only problem is you have to get the cue ball to the rail.
Yeah, she was trying to, just came up a
Like-
little short on the speed there. Still going to require a good out from Lim here.
Extension.
Great shot. Nicely on the two. Fairly open rack.
A little bit of bridge work. Always, I feel like a little bit more difficult to judge the pace. And, well, if you consider this shape, quite a big angle. I'm not too sure if she can hold it. She's going low. Is she going all around the angles?
Nice stroke. Didn't want to hit the 7, but ended up okay on the 4. Looks like the 7's blocked the most obvious pocket for the 6, but she can come below the 5 here and play the 6 in the middle left. Middle right pocket, pardon me. Like 2 rails here, Tim. Into the angle a little more.
Yeah, I would say so. Just, oh, well, one thing is, it's always easy to say when it's actually happening, but the main thing is stay off the rail. Anything but on the rail. If you get like maybe 2 balls off the rail, doesn't matter really where you end up, but you have something. this, I mean, how often have we seen this go wrong? She's going to the corner.
It's there.
Wow. What a
She played a
queuing.
great match. Yeah. 3 more balls to get through it. But she's really held it together well. Under a lot of adversity, too. Nicely played, and this straight in 9 for the win here.
Well, this 9 ball to get
Winners won the match.
going in the loser bracket of the tournament must be quite the disappointment for Constantino. But like I mentioned, it's not always the flashy play. Venus really grinded it out with some solid queuing. So we will see more of Venus Lim. Unfortunately, not much more from Constantino. Our next match is, I believe, in like an hour and a half, Eric. I believe so.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we would love to see you back for our next match today. So Eric Hoylefson and myself, Tim Reuter, signing off. And if you like it, just make sure to follow and subscribe on all our channels, and don't miss out on any action coming up. We'll see you very shortly.